Everything, everything, everything I touch will break. And every day, every day, every day you give and I take. I'm living the best that I can, but fate never followed my plans. I'm holding you back so I wouldn't see the path up and go. Everything you've done is great, but your back has been feeling exhausted from all